You know, Tureano, you know what they say about grown man strength. Being that Munguia is 23 and he's about to be 24, and he's coming up fairly recently from 154 pounds. You've been at middleweight. Do you think you have a strength advantage in this fight?
Well, you said a grown man's strength. So if I'm thinking that you're educated on that one, I would say you're talking about that power
I'm
that
educated on plenty,
one.
brother.
Yeah, because one thing a man loses first is his reflex. The next thing he would lose is his speed, and after that, on his dying bed, he would lose his strength. If Munguia has the strength compared to me, I don't feel the strength plays any role in this. I've changed my style a bit, critique it pretty much, to be a more boxer, take less punishment in the ring. At the same time, can I handle Jamie's power? Most definitely. It doesn't play who is stronger. It all plays who can take the hardest blow and who can take the least. I believe though I can take the least. He's been hurt by Spike O'Sullivan, who shouldn't have even been in the ring. He's been hurt by Inu, who they robbed, hands down. He's been hurt by Hogan, who I knew everybody know Hogan won that fight. Both Hogan and Inu won that fight. He's even been hurt from a kid who was much more smaller than him. And I think his last 154 fight against a junior middleweight, the African kid.
No, Alote.
Alote hurt him early in that fight. And you know what? Only because of size. Only because of size, Alote lost that fight. Put Munguia up against somebody his size and bigger. That kid is going to be hurt. And it's going to be a devastating hurt that he's going to get. No joke. I mean, boxing is a hurt business. I hate to hurt people. Honestly, I hate to hurt people. But in the ring, you're trying to take food out of my wife and my daughter's mouth. I can't have that.
Well, you would definitely be the guy who's his own size. So it sounds like you feel he's going to get a lot of hurting on October 30th.
Well, how you know so well? I mean, shoot. If I was Tureano Johnson, boy, I know Tureano Johnson would come in there and he would try to go for the gut. He would go for the chest and he would go for the throat. And finally, he would try to take that chin off. Tureano only coming with every punch with bad intention.
So, all right, it sounds like a good one. I was gonna say it sounds like it could be a war, but with you talking about working on your mid-range and long-range skills, maybe we get more of a boxing match than people are expecting.
Don't be dismayed. Don't be dismayed, because even Tommy Hearns, though he's a boxer, he is a ferocious puncher. And Tommy Hearns was able to fight the middle range, long range, yet still devastating. You're going to get action. You're going to get an explosion. And yeah, you just may get a little bit of that old Tureano Johnson, here and there and somewhere when necessary. But yes, I'm going to be dominating in every stance from the mid-range to the inside and the outside.
And lastly, Tureano, is there anything you want to do for boxing in the Bahamas? Whether it's going back home with an amateur program or just setting in the example by winning fights in the pros. Anything you want to say about that?
Well, I have a Big Brothers Outreach Ministry, a program that mentors young men and young women. This is something that I've been doing for years. We've been doing this now for more than 12 years. Back in the Bahamas, both myself and my wife, my mom and my dad, and my sister, Kayla Johnson, she's actually a certified amateur boxing coach and the first female boxing coach in the Bahamas and the first female boxer of the Bahamas. But now a coach, we are working together, collaborating, helping young men and women. I know my sister and my wife and my mom, they deal with it on the boxing side. I deal with it more on a social side. What I want to do with young men and women in the Bahamas is to empower them and to encourage them on how to conduct yourself, how to present yourself, and let them know that, listen, though this world is a big world, it's still small in the sight of many. You can achieve. Though we have had none to few world champions, we have had one world champion, Elijah Obeid. He had just recently passed away just 2 years ago, and he is one of our most standout athletes of the Bahamas. I don't want that to go down as Elijah Obeid being our only world champion. Tureano Johnson is here to also give hope. And to what I want to do for my young brothers and sisters in the Bahamas, give them hope, to let them know that they too can become a world champion. They too can become a world champion, whether in music, whether in dance, vocational, educational, So my Big Brothers Outreach Ministry is one that we're working on that path. But at the same time, We have a boxing club, and both my wife and myself and my sister and my mother, along with my dad, we're working hard with young men, taking them off the street and bringing them into boxing. Hey, boxing is the cure for most of the social ills that we have going on with young men and women in this world. I don't care what any of the other sports say. If y'all got a problem about it, let's fight about it. But boxing can turn rags to riches in an instant.
Thank you, Tureano. Can't wait to see you October 30th on DAZN in California. Main event against Jaime Munguia. Thank you, bro.
I can't wait neither, Sean. God bless you, man.
God bless.